right, let's head back to the kitchen. And Chef Bryan, baby, I'm getting hungry in
Are you
here.
getting hungry? You'll have to wait because I got to go take a picture with Taylor Swift.
Of course.
So, you know.
Yes, the Taylor Christmas tree.
I know. What a great thing. All right, so here's the one that we blended earlier. I've let it sit for just a couple of minutes. So whether you want to call them popovers or Yorkshire pudding, German pancakes, these are amazing, these Dutch babies. And so this is the oil that I've just taken out of the fridge, or out of the oven, which has 4 tablespoons of butter and 1 little thing of bacon that I've cut up and added and let it melt and render and melt and get that fat in there. And so it's important for that to be hot. So when you pour that in, it'll start to sizzle and it's going to start to cook it and it'll come up the edges and start doing that. Now here's where the garlic parmesan comes into play. I'm going to take this and I'm going to just sprinkle it on there so that flavor infuses into it. These could be made sweet or savory. They are so versatile. And so I love savory Dutch babies like this because they are yummy. They're yummy. I'm not much of a fan for vanilla and powdered sugar on like French toast or the Dutch babies for that matter. I just like the savory end of it. So into the oven that's going to go. 400 degrees, and it takes about 20 minutes. Of course, that time's going to vary, you guys. So just gauge so you can tell when it's cooked. And it's going to start to rise and poof, and it's kind of a fun thing for kids to watch what happens. But because its lift is air, when you take it out and it sits, it will fall, and that's just fine. But I am choosing to serve mine with some bacon, fresh fruit, and Smith's had, oh my goodness, they had a great sale on the boxes of berries. And so I don't know if you're there at Smith's, maybe pick up a couple of them. I sure did. Head on over to KUTV.com or to my website, cookingwithchefbryan.com. Grab this recipe. Great idea for the holidays, and I can't wait for Ron to try it because he's going to love it.
I have never
know
tried
I
a
will.
savory one. That's a great idea. Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Well, welcome everybody to the kitchen where I'm working on some Dutch babies. These are going to be great for Christmas morning or any great brunch that you have coming up for the holidays. So Dutch babies really are Yorkshire pudding, they're German pancakes, they are, you know, any of those style of foods that you can think of that does this type of dish. And so when you're doing it, it actually has a great history to it. And while I'm working here, I want to tell you it. So here I have the garlic parmesan ready to go. This is just some Parmesan cheese shredded, some garlic and fresh parsley that I put in the food processor, chopped it all together so it's ready to go. So Yorkshire puddings, really what these are, became popular in the Victorian era because beef was so expensive, kind of like today, right? And it was a quick and easy way to actually feed the masses cheaply. And so they would always have Yorkshire pudding and gravy before the meal, and then you'd be full by the time the meal came to you, and you wouldn't eat a lot of beef, and so therefore it was a way to stretch the budget. But anyway, these are just so fun, like popovers, German pancakes, however you think about them or call them, they're one and the same. So to it I use equal parts of flour, equal parts of milk to it. I add into it 4 eggs, a teaspoon of salt are going to go into it. And so once you get that, I use an all-purpose flour. And the leavening agent in this, believe it or not, are the eggs and air. And so once we get all of the ingredients together, what I'm going to do is just blend this together in the blender until everything comes together. And then I'm going to let that just sit for a minute so that the flour hydrates in there. Now I'm serving this with bacon and some fresh fruit. So once that's blended, get your bacon already cooked here. I have the fruit ready to go here. I have the pan ready to go here, and I'll explain what's in the pan and why it's important how you prepare the pan when I come back.
Okay, well, I fixed Kodiak cake pancakes last night, so I hope this is as good as those.
Oh, I hope so too.
Not different at all.